And just like that, it's over. Conor McGregor injured his right knee on the first kick in the bout, the fight against Max Holloway. Wow, that was sad. I think I'll get into that later. But yeah, he went for like a spinning kick. It was, I can't remember what it's called. It was odd. I think his energy was built up after training for 5 years. And he whiffed, and when he missed, he landed on his right knee and he like twisted it. At first you didn't think, he just slipped, and I was really lost. I was like, okay, one slip, not bad. He throws another kick, slips again, and you could see on his face it hurt. Then Max just started beating him. Max didn't want to beat him too bad because Max knew something was wrong. Shout out to Max, my favorite fighter in the UFC. But I also wanted Conor to win. You know, it was a bit of a debate, but yeah, Max was beating him on the ground. He was trying to talk to Mike Beltran about what's going on. Like, should he keep fighting? Then Conor got up one more time. I think he threw a punch this time, slipped again, got beat some more, got up, and then something, he was gonna do something else, and then he hurt his knee, and he backed off, and it was over like that. Really sad. I don't know how to put this. Either Conor McGregor is just milking the UFC for money, or it was a fluke injury, because it was sad. Like, it was right away, he landed on his knee, and you can kind of see how he like twisted his knee a little bit, so I definitely think it's possible. But I mean, he still has one fight left in his UFC contract. In the preview to the fight, they show like these trailers or whatever, and in that trailer, Conor said that he wants to look for a title, he wants to fight, he's not finished with the UFC. I totally believe that. I totally think Conor's a different man. You can tell he's got a different, like, he's just different. He's still, the same trash talk and everything, but he wants it more than he used to. But the problem was, I mean, he made a dumb decision, and the thing is, you can make dumb decisions when you're 25 and you're fresh and you're young. You can land on your knee a little off, but you can still finish the fight, because I'm pretty sure they said he hurt his leg in the first fight against Max, and he still won that one. But now when you're 37, I mean, and you're also a welterweight, I mean, you got more weight on you, so like when you injure your leg, it's going to do a lot more damage when you're larger. Just, I think it was purely because he's getting older, like, he can't make these mistakes, so when he lands on his knee wrong, there's not really much he can do. It wasn't too bad, though. He could walk. He was walking out of the stadium. He walked out of the ring or the octagon. So I don't think it's career-ending, but it could be. I wouldn't be shocked. What I think needs to happen is he needs to fight a Buckley. He just needs to fight somebody who's like a welterweight. Maybe it could be an unranked, but I don't think Conor would want to do that. I don't think the UFC would want to do that. It would have to be a Joaquin Buckley. I mean, let me think. You have to do somebody in like misinput. You have to do somebody in the welterweight division. That's like not great, but there's still a noticeable name like Buckley. Let me think. You got Mike Mallet is a possibility for sure. One of the fights I might want to see personally, I don't know if this would be possible, is a Conor versus Bilal Muhammad. Because we know Bilal lost to Bonfim a month or two ago. And so he's on a bit of a losing streak, and I guess I would say it wouldn't be that bad of an idea, because Bilal's a former champion, a recent champion at that. Former champion on the downturn. Bilal, I don't know what's going on. He just sucks now. Like he's punching. He's kind of lost all that wrestling. To me, it feels like to me he's trying to like fight on the feet, and he like in the Bonfim fight, he was doing pretty good, but his face was battered, and this might just be hype for me because Conor is one of the greatest of all time. Whether you like it or not, Conor's prime was at the peak, and I personally argue a prime Conor would beat a prime Khabib. He did good after coming back from boxing, which is a whole different sport. So, me personally, I would like to see a Conor versus Bilal Muhammad. I mean, let me think. You could do. See, I wouldn't do a Neil Magny fight. I don't think Neil Magny is as high of a person you'd want to go to. A Shavkat, possible, but you don't want to lose. Maybe, and this might just be me, MVP, Michael Venom Page, possible. I don't really know. I think that would be awesome because it's an Irish versus a UK fighter, even though I don't think Michael or MVP necessarily super supports the UK. I don't even know if he is characterized under a UK fighter. I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I mean, if I were to open up the rankings, we're talking, it's tough because you want a fighter who he can beat, maybe just to wrap his career up, or give him a boost to, maybe fight another stronger fighter. See, I could see a Sean Brady, but I wouldn't be a fan of that. Boom, right there. I think, okay, these are the two that I would want to go with. First of all, Sean Brady. I think he would just wrestle him, and I don't think Conor has the jiu-jitsu or whatever, or Sean Brady would use his jiu-jitsu and such. But I don't think Conor has really, he's not a great wrestler. He's a striker, obviously. I would like to see a Buckley fight or a Leon Edwards fight. I think Buckley, he's a big talker, and he's kind of dumb. He's kind of stupid. He's fallen off tremendously. He lost to Kamaru Usman and Sean Brady. Usman knocked him out, which Usman is a wrestler. I'm not saying Usman can't knock people out. He's a good fighter, but of course, he's not like a Max Holloway type person where it's like, okay, he got knocked out, of course. Like, for Justin Gaethje, well, I mean, it's still crazy that he got knocked out, but, I mean, it's like Max Holloway. If you get knocked out by Max Holloway, I'm not going to hold that against you. He got, in my opinion, it was strongly towards Usman, even though Usman was supposed to be washed. And then Leon Edwards, just because Leon is also on a downturn, but he's an English fighter. I think you want to set up a beef in some sense. Former champion, formerly, he was at the top at one point. He knocked out Usman. Two strikers. Conor would have, I don't know how that would go. It's odd. Conor's probably a little bit stronger, but he's older, he's weaker, he probably has better grappling. But I really wouldn't know where to go there. But I guess for me, those two fighters I would want to see. Maybe somewhere down the line we could get maybe a JDM fight, but I still don't know if that would be the way to go, personally, because I don't think if JDM fights him, if JDM gets propelled for beating Conor McGregor, that would be very fraudulent, of course, because he's on a losing streak, and he's washed. He is, and he's old. So I don't know if that would really, if JDM gets propelled to maybe not a title shot, but like a number one contender fight. I don't think that would be fair for the other fighters in the division. But again, I mean, he is on a losing streak, so I could see it, but maybe somewhere down the line, that's definitely possible. If Conor maybe beats Bilal, because of course he's gonna be boosted, of course, he's not gonna fight a non-ranked fighter. I would be surprised. I could see a Mike Mallet fight but I wouldn't put my money on that. He's he's a brawler. He's a tough guy. Um, but he's a brawler. He's got skills. Um, but I could see it, but I wouldn't prefer it. Um, yeah, I'd really go. I think I would settle on Leon Edwards. I think. I don't know. I just toss it up to Leon or Buckley just because those two. Um, I think they're the perfect fit for a fight with um, Connor, just because they're both on a losing streak, I believe. They both are past their primes. If you want to say that, Buckley's pretty young, but of course, he's not as like he was hyped up a lot for a little bit. Lost to Usman, which was supposed to propel him to the top, and then he doubled down and lost to Sean Brady in terrible fashion. It was brutal. He couldn't do anything for 3 rounds. Um, Sean Brady. Oh, I just want to shout out Sean Brady. I don't like him, but it's insane how he fights in like bantamweight and welterweight. I just find that insane. Or no, he doesn't. He doesn't. I'm thinking of somebody else. No, Connor. I mean, Connor fights in such crazy classes, but now it's clear that he's um in yeah, I meant Connor. Take that back. Connor's fought in multiple weight divisions, and I think now I don't think he would want to cut anymore. He's a large guy. He took steroids. I'm almost sure of it. And I don't know how to feel. I think he would have to stay at welterweight. So I think, for me personally, I would pick Buckley to be his next fight. Just because Leon Edwards would probably beat him if I were to guess. I mean, he's not that far away from his prime. That's only like a year or two ago. I couldn't tell you exactly. He lost a Bilal. I would just say, a Buckley fight, probably in like, you'd want to do it next year, of course. Me personally, I put it in like your March or April area. But yeah, because I think, one, if Buckley wins, it would give him a plausible reason to maybe fight somebody up, because he's probably going to fight people down. I don't know if he has a fight book. That might be bad. But, I mean, he could fight at least once. But yeah, those are really the two guys I would, and personally, I would pick Buckley because, one, it's like a fair fight. Even if Connor fights JDM, he's gonna lose. Like, I'm almost certain of it. And everybody has their, like, nostalgia Connor. Like, that's why, like, I was kind of hoping he would win, but I'm not surprised that he lost. So I guess I would say, like, I think he could beat Buckley. For Holloway, if we're being serious, he wouldn't. There's no chance he would have won. It's just people just thought he could win because it's Connor, but Max Holloway, people think just because he's on a losing streak, means that he can't be a top of the line fighter. He can be. He had a bad performance against Charles Oliveira, and I won't hold that against him. Charles Oliveira is a wonderful grappler. Max probably thought Charles wouldn't do that. But, I mean, in Charles' mind, he kind of didn't grapple too much with Ilya, and he paid the price. He was dumb, and he walked into a punch. And I think Max thought that was going to happen. Didn't happen. But Max would have certainly knocked out Connor in probably the first or second round, in my opinion. But with Buckley, he's a dangerous fighter. He's crazy. But I think he's dumb enough to make a mistake like that. So I think in that scenario, it's possible both of them win. I would hope Connor would win. I would hope Connor can fight. He's probably gonna get one more fight, and leave. Maybe he wants like a retirement fight with somebody famous. But if you were to ask me, I'd go Buckley, and hopefully he wants to fight more. But it's just kind of sad. Yeah.